So I want to give my review of the Sandbox. I don't know if I'm disappointed by it or not. I believe we paid $169 for it, and you get exactly what you paid for with this product. The screws are not outdoor screws, they're indoor screws. Those things are going to rust in no time at all, but it doesn't matter. This wood is so soft that when you put screws into it, it will crack. So do not over tighten, like even a little bit, one of your screws, because it will split the wood. The whole canopy top, I don't know if you can see, this thing is maybe a little bit more sturdier once we get sand into it, but it is just flimsy. Little blocks up here that split when you put screws into them. I really feel like this part right here, like if somebody just fell into it, this whole thing is snapping off. It is not going to survive that. This wood is so light and so thin. It's like they build those little bamboo airplanes out of this stuff. With that said, the instructions are not very clear what to do. Again, another spot where the wood split. So basically this comes this way, and the feet come down, and you have some no storage space. It doesn't say to staple the fabric in. I just stapled it in so it wouldn't move. I'm not sure if that pink thing is supposed to hold the fabric there. Again, I put it over top of the fabric to help it, but basically I'll show you. These two things fold in. Mine wasn't square. As you can see, like these seams line up, but the only way I could do it is by adjusting these screws here so that it was off. And same thing with down here. I couldn't put it in the corner like the instructions say. These screws here, these little tiny black screws, I have no idea how they're going to hold anything. Like if more than a 2-year-old sits on this thing with any type of weight, like these things are supposed to take the weight here. They're supposed to go up and down, but I can't put them up and down, because if I put them up and down, then this will be higher. And if this is higher, when they sit, this hinge will take all that weight because I can't sit down on it properly. So yeah, I'm just, again, I don't know if I'm upset by this or, like I said, you get what you pay for. It's $169. You can't absolutely complain too much. This isn't a $400 playset by any means, but like just little exposed spots like this. This sliding part here, it can go down, but it's not really that easy to go down. It's really chunky to go down. And then this part sticks out too far and it hits this, so you can't go down. You have to basically pry it to go down. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to return mine. I cannot see this lasting more than 2 seasons, even 1 season. If your kid's rough with it at all, I'd almost take everything off and just make it a square. It'll probably last longer as a square than the other parts and components on it. So the screws that went into this were very thin screws. They didn't have like the really big wide threads on them, so they really don't bite in much. But it's also possibly they're worried about a splitting or something like that. So spots like this, you can't even pull the fabric across far enough because it's fine over here, but then over here it's not. I've tried to adjust this 50 times. It's just a pain. Afraid to screw in screws too far, again, because the blocks that they screw into here, look at that there. As soon as I screwed into it, completely broke. So don't be upset when you get this and you're a little bit upset that it's a little cheaper feeling. And again, I'm just trying to justify, is this actually $169? I saw this exact same at Home Depot for $269, and I swear it's the exact same model. It's just sold by Home Depot, white labeled or whatever it might be. But it will work. It is a box and it will hold sand. It covers up. The top can go up and down to cover it so that moisture doesn't get into it, so your sandbox stays nice. Yeah, it is what it is. Just wanted to give other people feedback and review of it so that when they look at this for their kid, our kid's like 2.5 years old, and we just wanted to have a sandbox around the deck here for her to play in. But this will take about 1/4 yard of sand to fill. So I would highly suggest going to a local sand pit and just taking a recycling bin or one of those black bins from Home Depot and asking them to fill it up, like asking them if you can fill it up with sand. The bags that are $10 each, you probably need about 10 to 15 of them to fill this to a level that's decent, not all the way, but to a level that's decent. And that's like $180. They're like $10 a bag. So again, I would highly suggest going to another place to fill it. It does have a fabric cloth. It doesn't fit in there perfectly square or anything like that. Again, I staple mine in with a staple gun just to keep it in place. But yeah, you probably don't have to do that once you have sand in there. It would absolutely hold it in place. But awesome. Like I said, everyone, just wanted to give my review, let you see what it is, and have you make your own decisions if you're happy with that or not. There are spaces that, like I said, I barely even touch them, and they're already chipped off. This wood that's colored pink, again, really fresh colored underneath it, so it's going to get damaged, it's going to get bruised. It is a kid's toy, it's not a big deal, but it does look like it will hold some weight. So if I put my weight on there, I would not put more than a 4-year-old on that. That is very flimsy, especially in the middle. Nothing supporting it there. Yeah. Okay. That's all, guys. If anything, if I decide to, or anything happens to it, I will update my review. Thanks, guys.
I've never done a video before, but this is how crappy this sandbox is. Like, I felt the need to actually record a video. So we've had it for since like last June, and it's now March. So all winter it was covered, not just like the cover that it comes with here, but we bought a different cover to actually cover it with to protect it better. And the wood is so cheap and terrible. This is what it looks like. It all tore apart. As soon as we tried to raise the shade for the first time this spring, it all just broke apart. The wood splintered terribly just from lifting the shade up. It's not weatherproof. It's in horrible condition after just one winter. The actual sandbox part itself is fine. That I have no complaints about. But if you're spending the extra money because it has these lovely supports and this cover that you can raise and lower, it's not worth it. You'd be better off spending a little bit more money. We are now going to have to replace all of this with way better quality wood and way better quality hardware for it to be functional.
It's because when you guys built it, nobody put the pegs in the right area. So you got spaces on each side of your box. And for your canopy, you're supposed to have 2 holes drilled on the side. I had to drill the holes my damn self, and now my top cover ain't supposed to have these, and they do, and it don't even fit. So how am I supposed to build your sandbox?